Sugar shoots to 50 rupees, so therefore the chai wala increases the price of tea. Similarly, auto wala increases the meter fare because petrol price has gone up, like that. So what is the linkage in the pricing? Tea price derives its price from major component or ingredient into tea, one being milk, the other being sugar. So when this linkage can be numerically expressed, a derivative is born. If you look at the definition, it will say a derivative is a contract which derives its price from an underlying. Now everybody will have a doubt, what is this underlying? So when you take a live example, in this case, sugar price is an underlying for determining or giving a direction to the price of tea. So this is what is an underlying and a numerical linkage. Now, in the market, a contract that derives its value from an underlying. So in currency, you have an example as forward contracts. Today is October, December 28th, you want a forward contract. So future date, depending on what is today's spot price and what is the 3-month forward premium, the two factors that determine or guide the price of a forward contract in forward exchange contract, a USD INR forward contract is given by the contract price is given by the bank to the customer. So in currency, you have a forward contract. Similarly, in a stock, an Infosys stock, a TCS stock, a Maruti stock, you have an option. We will discuss option in detail. So some of the vagaries will come to clarity as we discuss. On the index, you can have futures. On the index, so index is not a tangible commodity, but it's a number. SEBI or NSE will declare the index, or FBIL, Financial Benchmark India Limited, will declare the exchange rates and the interest rate, the 10-year bond YTM, 1-year bond YTM, everything. So on a published rate, a contract, derivative contract is structured. So we have Nifty futures, and there are index funds. You need not specify to the fund manager in which stock you should put. Simply, he will mirror the index. Index goes up, Nifty goes up from 17,000 to 25,000, you get the return. Nifty comes down from 17,000 to 15,000, your funds NAV also comes down. So like this, you have index funds. Now, there can be commodity futures like pepper futures, oil futures, like that, so many things. So on commodity, futures are there, forwards are there, options are there, swaps are there. Swaps also we will discuss. And then we have even on exotics, like what will be the wind velocity of a type, tsunami, or the typhoon that is going to hit the coast of Taiwan or US, like that. On what will be this, who will be the, or what will be the speed of the horse that is going to run to this derby, like this. On any any demonstrable and measurable commodity, you can build a derivative contract. So there are contracts on which people bet about what will be the amount of rainfall, what will be the wind velocity. So now, mainly we will look at not the derivatives fall into 4 categories: the forwards, futures. So forwards, we have forward exchange contract and forward interest rate contracts. Both have 2 different names also. Forwards generally mean forward exchange contracts. Futures you can have on interest rate, you can have on currency, you can have on commodity, you can have on swaps. When you exchange a floating rate with a fixed rate, you enter into an interest rate swap. When you exchange US dollar against rupee with a pre-agreed term to reverse the cash flows, you enter into a currency swap. So like that, swap means an exchange or an interchange. So interchange can be in interest rates, IRS, interest rate swaps. It can be on currencies, exchange rate swap. Then you have options. So futures, forwards, futures, swaps, and options are the four categories of derivatives which we will be studying today. Now, how the derivative
Sir, can you explain futures and forwards again, sir?
Futures and forwards, we are coming to that shortly. So if you can wait, that will be better. There is a difference. What the difference is, we are analyzing in a table shortly. If you can please wait till then, I would suggest better. At that time, you ask the doubt again if you have, please. We are coming to that. Yeah. Now, what was it earlier and what is it today? Earlier, see, if you wanted to have a transaction with a bank, you have to go to the branch and the specific branch. Today, thanks to core banking solution, which you are all familiar, there is no branch concept. So some of the things are taken for granted by the new generation that I will transact wherever I want and I will do it 90% on the online mode or non-brick and mortar mode. Like this, for the derivatives market also, earlier we had administered interest rates. I have already covered this earlier. Reserve Bank of India, how they have come to a deregulated market now. Even savings bank, all the products you can price your asset products on your MCLR. And then in module D also you learn about the transmission channels of monetary policy. All that will come there. So deregulated markets. Now, credit also in administered interest rates, pricing was, I would say, fixed means administered by RBI. Priority sector what rate to give, this sector what rate to give, like that. Now everything is free pricing. Now, foreign exchange earlier was a controlled regime. You had FERA, a criminal proceeding under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. Now it is Foreign Exchange Management Act since 1999, FEMA 99. We have gone from Foreign Exchange Regulation to Foreign Exchange Management Act. So convertibility has also come in, full convertibility on trade account. On capital account, there is restricted convertibility. So all this is facilitating free flow of currency as well as view on interest rates between different markets. Now, banks earlier, when RBI was monitoring or administering the interest rates, were not exposed in their balance sheet to much of interest rate risk. To take deposit at 6%, add the margin, lend a loan minimum 8%, then 9, 11, 10, 11. So NIM was protected earlier. Today, as the transformation continuity from liability to assets is impinging on the need. Earlier under Banking Regulation Act, you only needed 10 lakhs as minimum capital to continue business as a bank. Today, that 10 lakhs has become minimum 1,000 crores, minimum. So, and CRAR, as you expand your balance sheet, you need to have capital. Earlier, you need not, there was no demand for capital concomitant with your balance sheet growth. So that is why earlier the deposit collecting branch managers were all star performing. Today, those concepts have gone. Only if you contribute to the profit of the bank, you are a star performer. So you should take care of NPAs, you should take care of asset quality, you should take care of other income. So many things have come up. Now, today, because of this deregulation, the risks have emerged in the balance sheet. That is why today we are learning in BFM module D and module B what is balance sheet management and what is risk management specifically. So these are derivatives are one of the tools to manage such risks, whether it is interest rate risk or exchange rate risk or commodity price risk. You can manage them. Now, somebody asked about forwards and futures. So straight away we are going into what is a forward contract. Then we will come to futures and understand the difference. Forward contract is generally seen as a forward exchange contract. USD INR December 28th maturity, December 15th maturity, maturity, December 10th maturity, whichever date the customer wants, the bank can give a forward contract. So customized, depending over the counter. Customer rings up and the branch or the dealing room from Bombay or Chennai or Bangalore gives the rates. So it's a over the counter, customized, different maturities as the customer wants, and for the odd lot sizes also. It can be for $1 million, it can be for $152,000, it can be for $152,620. The demand, whatever is the requirement of the customer, the product is available for forward contract. Now, what is the customer benefiting from a forward contract? He has imported, say, something, say, petroleum granules, HDPE granules, some polymers, and he has contracted to pay the bill at the end of 3 months. And today, $1 million is the import value when the USD INR was 79 rupees. Already yesterday it was 82.35. Okay. And going forward in 3 months, suppose it becomes USD INR 85. So 1 million would have been 7 crore 90 lakhs, assuming USD INR at 79. After 3 months, when this importer necessarily has to make full payment, becomes, how much did I say? 85, no? So 8 crore 50 lakhs. So 60 lakhs of money is simply wiped out from the customer's P&L because of the exchange rate movement from 79 to 85. Now, everywhere this view is there that USD reserves of Reserve Bank of India has been coming down. India had RBI reserves were at $640 billion. Yesterday or last Friday, if you look at the WSS statement of RBI, you will see it is something like 520 or 530 billion. So already so much depletion of reserves is there from RBI to defend a depreciating rupee or an appreciating dollar. And therefore, going forward in 3 months' time, USD INR is likely to again depreciate only from 79 to 85. If as an import customer you have that view, you can go and ask the bank, give me a rate today itself. So today, the bank will give 79 is the spot, 3-month forward premium is 2 rupees. Okay, I will lock in at 81, 79 plus 2. Now, come what may in December, whether USD INR is back to 75 or USD INR is up all the way to 90, this customer will pay only 81. So this is the concept about a forward contract, very commonly used by customers to lock in the exchange rate for a future date. So that is what he is locking. Exchange risk is completely getting covered. Exchange rate is locked. And up to 13 months maturity in the market, forward exchange contract prices are available. Okay. Over-the-counter product, I already said, as an import customer, you can approach Bank of Baroda, you can approach Bank of India, you can approach State Bank of India, whichever bank who is giving you the best rate, you can go and conclude it with them. So that is why over-the-counter product. Cancellation and rebooking permissible before due date. All this we will be covering in detail in a module. So I'm just brushing it for completeness of the presentation. So that is there. And then what are the underlying RBI guidelines? Forward contracts can be booked by genuine exporters and importers, but many of them do speculation also. Nothing wrong. RBI permits speculation, but bookings in excess of 25% of previous year's turnover should be settled by actual delivery. That means last year my turnover was $100 million. So if this year I have already booked for $30 million, then up to 25 million I can freely cancel and rebook. But the balance 5 million, which is exceeding my 25% of previous year's turnover, I have to give bills for delivery if I am an exporter. Similarly, I have to take delivery of import bills if I am an importer. So that is why actual delivery. Then
Sir, please
derives its,
repeat, sir. Sir, please repeat this
yeah,
concept.
is actual delivery. The concept is that say I am exporting from Bangalore leather jackets to Europe, and I book as an exporter. I book a forward purchase contract for say some $500,000. Now that export contract was booked at say USD INR 82. That means the bank has agreed to buy this dollar from me at 82. Now suddenly in November USD INR rates go up to say 87. So it's going up. So as a customer, if I cancel, I get 5 rupees profit. 87 minus 82, 5. How that 5 comes and all is very elaborate. You will be covering in a module for those who is not covered. So keep your profit numbers and anxiety at the background now. There you get opportunity to cancel and book profit. That much you understand. So here, without giving a dollar bill to the bank, the customer simply cancels and takes the 5 rupees profit on $500,000. That is called cancellation. Now, for actual delivery of the dollar to the bank counters is not happening. Instead, if the customer gives an export bill and asks the bank to negotiate it or discount it, that is actual delivery. And it will be actually negotiated at that forward contract rate, which was 82. So that is the rate at which it will be negotiated. The rate is fixed when the forward contract is booked. So this is what speculation is really permissible up to 25% of the previous year's turnover. Beyond that, there should not be free cancellation and rebooking, but there should be actual delivery. That is the concept. Now, derives its price from two underlyings. I have already made a passing mention about the spot market USD INR and the forward premium. Forward premium exists because interest rate in US and interest rate in India are different. 10-year bond yield in US. Please mute yourself. Somebody is talking in between. Please mute yourself. There's a child's conversation also coming in. Thank you. So the US dollar, United States of America, the interest rates are around 3.75%. Whereas here, the 10-year bond yield is around 7.5%. So this is the difference in interest rate between the two countries, which reflects in the forward price of the currency in a premium or a discount. Which currency will be at a premium, everything will be covered in a module. But now, for forwards, what happens? The two underlyings are today's spot price and today's forward premium for that maturity or for that tenor. Now, if I will give a table, today's spot price is 75 rupees 50 paise. We are in November 25th. And today's forward premium for what, say 1 month, 30 paise. So if you give a forward contract price to a customer, you means as a bank, you will add 75, 50 and 30 to give 75, 80. So Bank of Baroda may give 75, 80, SBI may give 75, 81, Canara Bank may give 75, 79. So hardly 1 paise, 2 paise difference, but it will be all in the same range. Now, tomorrow the same maturity 1 month if the customer asks, and tomorrow the spot has moved from 75.50 to 75.70, and the forward premium has come down from 30 paise to 25 paise, the new forward contract price will be 75.95. So, market has moved in 1 day, and therefore the forward exchange contract price has also moved from 75.80 to 75.95. Customer cannot say, yesterday you had committed to me 75.80, why don't you give me 75.80? Maybe an importer or exporter He will say, yesterday you suggested only 75.80, today you are giving me 75.95. So nobody knows today what will be the price. Only after the market opens and seeing what is the spot price and the forward premium, the participants, that is the banks, give a quote to the customer. So this is why the underlying. So as the underlying price changes, which is for a forward exchange contract, the spot price and the forward premium, the price of the derivative contract, which is the forward exchange contract price, also keeps changing from 75.80 to 75.95. That's just a definition recheck. Now,
So it is fixed. So it is fixed. No, like on the day we have done the contract, it is fixed on that day. If in on the next day it is changed, it will be same only. Then only that gain or loss will be there. No. Again,
perfect.
now you are
Perfect.
saying it will be changed.
No, I
have
did not.
understood.
Please. You are perfect. So if as a bank you are giving the forward exchange contract on 25th, you will be giving it to at 75.80. If the customer comes to you on 26th and asks for the price, you will be giving 75.95. So depending on the timing only, the price is there. And once the price is given, it is fixed. That is what we are going to see in the next slide. Beautiful question. So the concept you need to understand is today, whether X comes, Y comes, Z comes, the price for 1 month forward will be 75.80. Given this data, tomorrow if he is coming, it will be 75.95. Or assuming yesterday and today, 26th being today and 25th being yesterday, then it will be like that better. Very good question. So now have I clarified?
Sir, from where we get the spot price and forward premium price?
That will be given in the question. So once you enter the dealing room, you will be sitting in front of a Reuters screen, or there will be a CCIL's forex trading platform called FX Clear. On that, the prices will keep coming. NBS OM, I have said, order matching. Similarly, on Reuters also, the order matching system happens, and there the prices will be flashed live. Okay, forward premiums will also come there. Okay, good question. So have I clarified that some madam had asked earlier? It is fixed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, on the next day it will be changed, but on today it is fixed at 75.80. After 1 month, it will be only 75.80. That is the thing. No.
Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect. Today you are given 75.80 means after 1 month he is assured of getting 75.80, whether you are the MD or your successor is the MD of your bank. Just that. Very good.
If it increases, and we will be given an increased price.
No, your voice was not clear.
If it is increasing.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Bolo. Yes, somebody wanted to ask a question. Excuse me, he said.
Yes, sir. Premium changes on daily basis, or what, sir? You give me example now on 25th and 26th.
What is the question?
On what duration it will change, sir?
See, it will keep on changing live. At 11 o'clock you go, you will get one price. At 11:05 you go, you will get another price. So market is always dynamic. Now, one of the primary factors that is reflected or captured as a forward premium in a currency market is the interest rate differential between the two countries. So,
thank you, sir.
The other thing will be about, let's say, if you see Infosys futures or Infosys option, means it will be on the who is going to be the next MD, what is the earning guidance for Infosys. Like that, so many other factors will come in. Okay, that is an interesting science altogether, or an art altogether. We need to keep abreast of the market stories that are floating around. Now, to again come back to the question earlier, madam was asking, and she is clear also, the future exchange rate is fixed. That is what the first objective. Certainty as an importer, as an exporter, as a customer, I am buying certainty. My $1 million will get me 82 rupees 50 paise in December. And the profit on each t-shirt that I export is $5 for me. So that $5, if 82 rupees 50 paise I get, I am making X percentage profit. That is enough. So no more speculation. I am contented. I am fixed. I am fixing my profit. I am fixing my exchange rate. My P&L is no longer going to be affected by the exchange loss. So this is the objective of forward contract. Customer has no say on the price. On 25th he comes, you give 75.80. On 26th he comes, you give 75.95 or other example. So why? Because depending on the market, it is market determined. But customer has a say on when to come. If he says, or 10 din wait karenge, so it is his choice whether I should wait for 10 days more or not. So, but so the timing only is the customer's choice. So whether to cancel and rebook or wait for 10 days and rebook, all this is the customer's domain where he speculates, but not on the price. Price is determined by the market. So as exchange rate is locked, no recourse for opportunity gains. So 82 rupees 50 paise, the bank gives a forward contract price to the customer for December, and he brings the bill and you negotiate it 1 million and credit his account 8 crore 25 8250. So 8 crore 25 lakhs. But he says today market is at 90. मुझे 9 crore मिलना था. I should have got 9 crores credit into my account. You killed by giving me a forward contract. So you need not be upset about it. It was the customer's call to whether lock his exchange rate at 82.50 or leave it open. So customer in October has decided to lock it at 82.50. He gets assured 82.50. So exchange rate is locked. No recourse for opportunity gain. So that is what at 82.50 to 90, what is would have been his notional profit, he is not getting the benefit of it. So that is where we move over from forwards to options. When we come to options, we will clear that. Now only concentrate on forward. If rate move is unfavorable to customer on due date, bank does not make favorable gains, because then also the customer will say, you bought the currency from me at 82.50 because I gave you the bill and you are selling it in the market at 90 and pocketing 7 rupees 50 paise profit. Then as a BFM certified candidate, you should tell, no, I have passed the exam with 90 marks. I know that as a bank, we don't run a position on a customer order at 82.50. That day itself, in October, we have sold the committed dollar from you at 82.51 to Union Bank of India, to say UCO Bank, some other bank, Indian bank, like that. You may say, I'm assuming you are Canara Bank. So like that, the day 82.50 is given by Canara Bank to the customer in October, same day, the bank would have covered the long position. What was a long position? A commitment to buy $1 million from this exporter at 82.50. Immediately it is sold at say 82.51 or 52. That is the small profit margin. So in December, when USD INR is 90, customer is also giving dollar to the bank at 82.50, and bank is also honoring its commitment to sell, which it would have entered in October itself at say 82.51 or 52. So nobody is making abnormal profits in forward exchange contract. That is the clarity you should have, that rate move is unfavorable to customer. That doesn't mean bank is making all the money. No, because bank does not run a position on a customer order. And optional delivery forwards, customer has the chance or choice to take optional delivery forwards. That is, he does not know when he will get the bill realized from US. Means December mein aayega, but whether it will come on 10th December, 15th December, or before Christmas, say 24th December.
Sir, good morning, sir. One doubt, sir.
Please.
Sorry, on forward contract, why we want to sell that amount, that means the 82.1 for UCO Bank or something like that. We are fixing a amount by based on the screen and determine that to that customer that, for example, whatever it is, a spot rate or whatever it is, that forward contract rate.
Correct.
So if the customer is asking for us when there is a loss or when there is a gain or whatever it may be, so if he asks on that time, so by handling of the customer, you are explaining that they have already sold that particular amount to that bank, so we can't able to give you the gain or something like that. But as a banker, I just have a question that why we want to sell that particular amount that on the bank. I couldn't able to think it on practically, please.
Okay. Good question. Good question. I'll come to that. 1 second. Let me just complete this last line. I'll come to that. So optional delivery forwards means the customer is not too sure whether I will get the dollar on 10th or 15th or 24th, like that. So he says, any day in December, you take dollar from me. So from 1st to 30th, he is taking an optional range for the date of maturity or date of timing of tendering of the dollar to the bank. Dollar means the bank, the bill. Okay. Now, that can be fixed as a 1 week or 1st to 15th or 1st to 30th, depending on the choice of the customer. This is what is optional delivery forwards. So there is a month and half month, etc. like that. This is just again to complete the discussion. Now, what was the question asked by madam? Which bank are you, madam?
Sir, Karur Vysya Bank, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Your good name?
Sir, my name is Divya.
Divya. Okay. So here, what is it? Customer comes and says, I have a $1 million bill coming due in December. I have already exported the T-shirts to US, and in December before Christmas, all this will be sold, and that supermarket from US will be remitting me $1 million in December and give me a rate. The customer says, I don't want to run an exchange risk, whether this will be 82 or 85 or come back to 79. I don't want all that risk. You give me. And you gave, Karur Vysya Bank gave 82.50 as the exchange rate in October, a commitment to buy $1 million from the customer at 82.50 forward purchase contract. Any doubt on this so far? No. Or yes? Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
No. Good. So now, what is the bank's currency position in US dollar for December? Is it committed to buy $1 million from customer, or has it committed to sell $1 million to customer?
To buy $1 million.
To buy 1 million.
Beautiful. So buy $1 million at an agreed rate of 82.50 to the customer. So bank has a long dollar position. Any doubt on this concept? Long, last week we covered what is long, what is short, what is the aggregate of longs and what is the aggregate of shorts, and what is NOPL, all we covered. Any doubt so much? Bank is long in $1 million at 82.50 in December. If you have doubt, I cannot proceed further. That is why. Say yes, then only.
What is long?
Yes, sir.
That is the concept. Last week we toiled hard, so you have to read it again. Long means I am holding the asset. I am committed to hold the asset. Whichever Karur Vysya Bank has to hold the asset of $1 million in December. Come what may, then the customer gives the dollar. The bank is committed to buy at 82.50. So a commitment. Or holding the asset. Long in gold means you hold the gold for your daughter's marriage, that we discussed last week. So you're long in the asset. So here the bank will end up in December with $1 million in their balance sheet at 82.50. That is why it's a long position. Now, if on that day exchange rate is 80, the bank is happy or not? With reference to this transaction.
Not happy, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not happy,
Unhappy,
sir.
sir. Bank
Why
will
it is
be
happy?
happy.
Why it
Happy,
is
happy, sir, happy.
Bank will be happy because they'll have to give less.
No, you don't see. That is why it is fixed. First question was to us on to October when you gave the forward contract. Karur Vaishya Bank is committed to honor the contract and give the customer 8250. So the
Lost.
bank buys at 8250. And then in turn, it cannot hold dollars in its account or in its balance sheet. It has to convert it to rupee. So it has to sell the dollar. So $1 million when the bank sells, it is forced to sell at 80 rupees, which is the spot rate in December. I am giving from where you got it. I am giving an example. So you are long at 82.50 and currency has come down to 80 means
One has to the bank.
bank
There will be loss.
2 rupee 50 paise. In order that banks do not run such exchange positions on their balance sheet on behalf of the customers' quotes, in October itself, when KVB gave 82.50, it would have committed to gone to the market. On the right screen, all the banks are there, so they will go to the market and see who is buying in December, and then say Canara Bank will say 82.51, I will buy. So KVB would have already sold that committed $1 million at 82.51. 1 paise is the exchange margin, trading margin for KVB. Now, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
That come what
Sir, but
may,
actual transactions may not be happening, right? Only
it
the
will happen.
commitment.
Actual transaction will happen. Come what may, KVB is committed to buy from the customer dollar at 82.50, and therefore, in order that KVB does not expose its balance sheet to an exchange risk on behalf of this 1 million from the customer, in October itself, the same moment when it gave a price of 82.50 to the customer, it would have gone to Canara Bank and agreed to sell at 82.51. So position is 0 for customer transaction. Now are you
But
clear?
actual transactions, when it will happen, sir, in October or in December?
No. In
December.
October, only the back office will ensure that deal contracts and deal confirmations have been exchanged between both the banks. Only in December it will happen. Suppose 24th December is the maturity date. On 22nd December, the back office will send a file to CCIL where the contracts maturing for 24th are due for settlement. It will happen
So
on 24th.
simultaneously, there will be another contract between the KVB and the Canara Bank in the month of October that they will honor only at the time of December when they get a dollar from the customer. Correct,
No,
sir?
that last part is not there. When they get the dollar from the customer is the understanding between the customer and KVB. That Canara Bank will not agree. It is an interbank market.
I got it. Okay.
So Canara Bank and KVB.
So in December committed date that this KVB should honor with Canara Bank with the 82.50 rupees. Correct, no?
So this is what is called a cover operation for a bank. And the earlier one giving 82.50 to the customer is called the merchant operation for a bank. So merchant operation and bank operation go simultaneously. That is why I said when the customer is unhappy, you should be able to say that bank has already done the cover operation for your merchant transaction at 82.51. I am also equally unhappy because I scored 90 marks and I know this concept that we don't run a position on a customer order. So that is
in case of a forward cancellation, what will be the position if that is export is not happened and during
correct.
December?
Question. That is extensively covered in your A module. Questions are worked out. What is a P&L? How much you will do? All that is coming there. So now let us not get sidetracked. And if time permits, we will work out those problems also in the WhatsApp daily. Okay. Some of the batches A module is still not covered. That is why I am not putting in any questions. Questions are ready with me. Okay. So now we'll just find the applications. Now this is where your mind should be clear. When the question comes, you should know what exactly is the objective. Other part what you asked about how much, and that is only 1 mark question, maybe, or 5 marks. But the application, unless you know, you will not be able to articulate with the customer. Is what is needed. After 90 marks, you are going to be posted in a, say, export intensive branches or import intensive branches or specialized forex processing cells. So there, your clarity is what is more demanded. So this is useful for, I already said, each t-shirt gives me a profit of $5. So I should know what $1 is going to give me. 80 to 50, okay, my costing. As a customer, as a manufacturer, it is useful for input product pricing, whether I can sell one t-shirt for $40, $45, or $38. Bangladeshi wala is selling at 35, or Chinese markets are, because China renminbi rate is all artificially controlled at 8 rupee, 8 renminbi per dollar or 9. Here it is not artificially controlled. It is only managed by RBI. So it keeps moving. So these are all the macro level differences. You should read. Okay, why? What is the beauty of all this? Now, it is an effective hedging tool against exchange risk. We have already seen that. As a customer, I want hedge means control my risk or insulate my risk, mitigate my. So 8250 I get. I am least bothered whether, as a customer, I am saying, whether USD INR goes to 90 or USD INR comes down to 75, I will get 8250. And bank also is least bothered because immediately KVB has sold it at 8251 to Canara Bank, and both of them don't lose sleep on the future exchange rate movement up to December. And there is no additional cost for concluding a forward contract. Customer also does not pay any premium. Bank also does not charge any premium. So this concept of premium will come for options. So then you should have clarity that there is no additional cost. An ideal risk covers strategy. So this is important. It is a risk covers strategy. So application purely fixing of the exchange rate movement. Okay. Now, from forwards, we move to options. So earlier I said customer is unhappy when 8250 is the contracted rate for the forward exchange contract, whereas on December 24th, the market is at 90. So customer says, if it is 90, you should buy it from me at 90, or you should give me the right to sell the dollar to you at 90. And if it is 79, you should take it from me at 8250. So that is called the win-win. 70, anything less than 8250, you should give me 8250. Anything more than 8250, you should give the market rate. Gold, especially on this Akshaya Tritiya day, you want to take delivery. They will say you can book one month before, and if price is lower on that day, we will give you that day's rate, sir. If it is higher, no, we will charge only 2 days rate. You will start booking for delivery. So this is really lively on in the market. It is happening, but you are not at that time realizing that it's an option. Oh, jewelry wala ek chatur offer diya hai, very exciting, and all you will say, you will discuss, hey, this is what is the option I learned for BFM. That today you are going to realize. Okay, so an upgrade from a forward contract for those willing to take more risk and pay. So for option, if you want to hold that right, you want to buy an option, then you should pay a premium. For forward contract, you go to any bank, everybody will quote for December 8250 on that particular day in October, because that day's spot was X and premium was Y. X plus Y was 8250. 1 paisa here and there. But premium options and premium, it will vary depending upon the price at which you choose the option and depending upon the tenor and also the volatility that is being witnessed in the market. This you will see even in stock options. Every month end Thursday, last Thursday, the options expire. And as we come closer to that date, the premium volatility could also be higher. If somebody is following the NSE derivatives market, they can understand about it better. Now, generally, customers are buyers of options because they want that right to legally back out. If market is anything above 8250, I will back out from the forward exchange contract and I will sell it to you at market. So that is why he is a buyer of the option, generally. Now, he acquires the right without any obligation to buy or sell at a strike price on future date. So here what happens, 8250 instead of a forward contract price, it becomes a strike price. That is the customer's choice. He can choose 82.50, he can choose 85, he can choose 90, he can choose 80. We will explain that shortly. So, Mallikarjun, please don't spoil my screen. Others will find difficult. Please, thank you. Yeah. Now, so what happens? The strike price is chosen by the customer. We will come to that very shortly. Please, somewhere I have to make a beginning. That is why I don't think I am jumping. Now, customer acquires the right. That means 82.50, and in December market is 80. Then he gets the right. 82.50, take the money. Take the dollar and give me 82. He gets the right. But market is 90. Again, he is legally right. I will not give you, I will give in the market at 90. So without any obligation. There is no obligation to give you a forward exchange contract. Come what may, customer is committed, bank is also committed, 82.50. Here, both of them enjoy that option to do or not to do. Ha, yeah, na. So that is why it's called an option.
It's risk for bank, no, sir. It is a risk for bank.
Relax. That risk for bank is a high-end science. Part of it you will cover in your elective paper. And after that, once you get into the dealing room, you will undergo specific courses where how an option hedging strategy, how delta hedging happens, all that things you will learn in an IBM or somewhere. Okay. So that is a science altogether. Now, for BFM, it is not a part of the syllabus. So there is no risk. You will not, and there are some interesting literatures also on option trading. So you will learn from that there are methodologies to contain that risk. On the face of it, it will look as a risk, but there are methodologies. So it's a privilege of backing out legally. So option means he has got the privilege. 90, I will back out from 82.50 and go to the market at 90. So that is what is the principle of backing out legally. Okay. Now, why we say embedded option risk? The customer, today market interest rate for 1 year FD is 8.5. He can come and pre-close. But interest rate, supposing it is going down, his deposit is at 7% and gone down to 6.5. He will sit tight. So again, option. But you have given that option to him in the account opening form that at any point of time before maturity, the customer can come and ask for premature closure. That clause, that right is embedded in the account opening form. That is why you call it an embedded option risk. So there actually you are not charging any premium, but it is inbuilt. What is the premium? A reduction in the interest rate as a penalty for the period for which it has run. You will deduct 1% from the run period interest rate. So that 1% is the premium he pays for exercising that embedded option. So like that, this is the concept which we relate with some of the terminologies, why it is called an embedded option risk. Okay. Now, this you be very clear. Right to buy a currency, right to buy a stock, right to buy an interest rate, everything is a call option. Okay, buy. And right to sell a currency is a put. So generally exporters have dollars coming into their account and they will need a put option, right to sell a currency. And generally importers will need a call option to buy currency because they need currency to retire their export bills. So this is the concept of call option and put option, but it is not for currency alone. It can be for stocks, it can be for interest rates, it can be for commodity prices, anything, call option and put option. Banks as sellers of option, both put and call, okay, are called option. Customer is an importer customer. He comes and say, I want dollars for December. Okay, give me dollars. Then he will say, as a banker, what you will say, what option do you want? I want the right to buy a currency. Okay, then call option. So bank sells a call option. Okay. Similarly, the Tirupur t-shirt exporter comes and says, December, I'm going to get $1 million. I cover me in option. Okay, first thing is then what option? You want the right to, you means customer, exporter customer wants the right to sell currency to me. Okay, you take a put option. So the bank will sell a call option as well as a put option to different customers, and there it is called an option writer. Okay. Now, yeah, this is very simple. So if you are clear on this, the questions will also be simple. Means concept wise, I'm just saying. So the buyer of the call option is a long call. Buyer, he has got the right to exercise long call, just like the underlying asset he has in his balance sheet. The seller of a call is a short call. The bank which has sold the call option to the importer is a short call. So two sides of the mirror. When customer is long call, bank which has sold the option is short call. So question sometimes it may be asked only when somebody is long call and then somebody is short call. Or if only long call is given, you should assume or understand that the other side party is short call. And similarly, the buyer of a put option is a long put and the seller of the put option is a short. Now, why I have said seller of a put instead of bank?
Sir,
let me complete. The customers can also write options. So customer can also become a seller of a option. So then he becomes short put or short call. Now the question, please. Yes.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Sir,
No, please. Don't be apologetic. Please ask.
Sir, please once explain option writer, sir.
Option writer. Good. So as an example which we were building up, the bank is always seen as the intermediary which will give the facility to the customer depending upon his requirement in the market. Okay. So the customer says, I want to import machinery and make a payment in December. So he will need currency in December. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Import customer needs dollars in December and he comes to the bank and says, I read about options, so don't give me a forward contract, give me options. Oh, you want currency in December. So you want the right to buy a currency in December. Okay, you take call option. So the customer, once he buys the call option, is long call. And as a bank, I will sell you call option. So you are short call. The same call option, customer long call, you bank sell short call. That is the right.
So that time the rate will be fixed at the time itself, or only that.
Relax. Rate we are coming later in another slide. At that time we will discuss what is strike price and what is the premium rate. We are coming. Please first let us understand the terminologies and settlement positions first. Good question, but hold back. Now similarly, a customer comes and says, I am getting dollars in December, so you give me an option instead of a forward exchange contract. Getting dollar means it will be generally a forward purchase contract. Why this purchase and sell? It is always spoken with reference to the bank. Purchaser is always a bank. Seller is always a bank. No, don't think that the customer is selling dollars to the bank. Yes, customer is selling, but the terminology reference is always with reference to the bank. That is why an exporter is always given a forward purchase contract that the bank purchases. It is like you are paying cashier and receiving cashier. The cashier sitting with reference to the bank is paying the currency. The people who are staying outside are receiving the currency from the paying cashier. So you cannot say this is a receiving cashier's queue. No, it is a paying cashier's queue. The customer will receive. So it is always with reference to, that is why we call forward purchase contract and forward sale contract. Similarly here, this is not similarly, but here the buyer of the option is long call and seller of the option is short call. Similarly, the buyer of the put option is long put and the seller of the put option is short. Now, so banks as sellers of options are option writers. Another term, that's all. An option seller is also called option writer because he is the one who is writing the option in his books. in his balance sheet, it comes as a contingent liability, as a contra entry. We have seen what it is. So this I have explained: buyer of a call, long call, and seller of a call, short call, and the otherwise buyer of a put and seller of a put. Now we proceed to the other part of how the pricing comes. Before that, you just understand, I am trying to pictorially give you an idea. That is enough for you to understand. Now, this is the price at which the option is to be decided by the customer. So, forward exchange means all banks in the market will quote in October for December 24th, 82.50. This exporter who is exporting t-shirt says, give me an option with strike price at 85. Another customer with, again, for December comes and says, give me an option with strike price at 90. Another customer says, no, I want my downside protected. Give me an option price 80. Okay, so you can choose. As a customer, earlier I said forward exchange contract, customer has no choice on the price. It is market determined. He has only choice on the timing. Here, at what strike price that option should be purchased by the customer, he decides 80, 82.50, 85, 90. Accordingly, the premium changes. That's all. So now, only understand that much. We will analyze that again. Sorry. So, this
Option
is...
price?
Yeah, option price is 90 rupees now. If somebody has taken an option...
Sir.
Sorry? Sorry, ask your question. Okay, we will proceed. If you have doubt, you can ask in between. Strike price is what is called, whether it is 90, 85, 82.50 or 80. That is a strike price chosen by the customer. Accordingly, the premium for the option changes. Now, suppose this OP is the premium. OP, that distance is, say, 2 rupees, whatever is that, the premium. So, as long as market, suppose 85 is the strike price, S is the strike price, 85. So, market is at 79, market is at 78, market is at, say, 80. And as an export customer who is tendering the bill, will you ask the, option to be exercised at 85, or you will let it expire? Market is 80, your strike price is 85. So will you ask the bank to exercise your option at 85, or you will let it expire and go to the market and sell it higher?
We will ask the bank to go forward.
Yeah. So you exercise the option at 85 because market is lower than the strike price of 85. It is only at 79 or 80 and all. So 85, you have already given me a right to sell you dollars at 85. Come on, take the dollar and give me 85. So strike price, the dollar, contract is exercised. So what is the P&L impact for the customer? He ends up paying the 2 rupees premium. 85 less 2 rupees, 83 he got. So 2 rupee premium is the option premium the customer has paid till that point where the strike price 85 is reached. Now beyond 85, what happens? Customer is happy because I will let the option expire and I will ask you to sell it in the market at 90, 91 like that. So my profit starts increasing. Between 84, 90 minus 85 is my profit, or 95 minus 85 is my profit, depending on the price movement beyond 85. So when the option is not exercised, the option buyer who is long called is in profits, and the bank's income is only this 2 rupees premium. So this is the profile. If you have the profile, some of the questions will be easy to answer. That you need not have much calculator or anything. So from the bank's point of view, it will be just a mirror image. Now here, whoever sold this call option to the customer is a bank, so short call for him. As long as the option is exercised, he ends up losing. But till such time it is not exercised, exercised, he gets the revenue of 2 rupees. So 80, price below the strike price, 80, 79 and all, he gets only 2 rupees as income. And the market is at 90 or beyond 85 means he has to go to the market and buy. So his losses start coming down. So that is why the mirror image profile. Now somebody asks, is it not risky? How that risk can be contained? There is a altogether different topic for that. How about option hedging strategies for the option writers? That is the banks. So we will not cover that in this module. Now, similarly for long put, the right to sell currency. So as long as the market is below 85, the customer who is having the right will go to the market and buy. So he is in profit. And market increases beyond 85, he will exercise the option and take delivery at 85. So his P&L is only the premium that he pays. And for the bank, it will be just the opposite. Just the mirror image. If you have, just to give you an idea, okay, don't unnecessarily. Now there is some other options called collars. So a combination of a long collar and a long call and a short put is called a collar. I will explain this in a written slide later, another 2-3 slides later. But now you just understand that it is a combination of the two cash flows, so that the diagonal, that small, what is it? Green trapezium, that becomes the assured profit by surrender. Don't break your head. Somebody asked, what is the strategy? So you can definitely, through a combination of a call and a put, you can get a assured return of this green trapezium. So that is what the customers do through callers. And then a corridor is just the opposite, a short call and a short put, so that come what may, he gets a OP as the profit. This is just to give you a flavor of what all you can do with options, that's all. So don't think that this should come in the examination. I am not saying that, but concept-wise, the possibilities that open up through options, that is what you should understand. Now, how an interest rate collar can be bought. I told about exchange rate now. Now, buy an interest rate cap at 12%. So the bank buys a cap at 12% means market goes above 12%. So bond prices will fall, or from, say, today we are at, say, something like, say, 10%. So market goes to 12%. Bond prices will fall or go up?
Fall, sir.
Fall. Beautiful. Thank you. So in order to protect the bank's balance sheet from a rising depreciation and attendant debit to P&L for depreciation or MTM prices of bonds, you buy an interest rate cap at 12%. So market goes to 13%. The auction seller will give you 1%. And on a notional amount, that will be there for 100 crores, like that you will give a notional amount. We will cover that everything shortly, what is notional amount and all. Now what happens is, when you buy an interest rate cap, any interest rate rise above 12%, you are protected with the option seller giving you that compensation difference between the market and 12%. Now for this you have to pay a premium. So how to protect my premium payment? Premium I have to pay cash, no? So you sell as a, you can also, as a banker with an investment portfolio that you want to protect, you can also sell an interest rate floor. So when you buy an interest rate cap, you pay a premium. When you sell an interest rate floor, you receive the premium. As a seller, any seller of an option is entitled to the premium. So any interest rate going below 7%, I will compensate the holder of the option. If it is 6%, 7 minus 6, I will pay 1%. If the market interest rate is 5%, I will pay 7 minus 5, 2%. But you are happy because you are holding the bonds at 10 and market has come down to 5%. You are having huge profits there. So out of the profits from the appreciation in your investment portfolio, you can pay the premium as well as the differential under the option. So this is the concept of an interest rate collar, where you buy a cap and sell a floor. So what happens? Market is above 12%, you get protected at 12. Market is below 7%, you pay the floor. So you surrender. This is what that green, this one I had drawn. One part of the upside you cut, but compensate with this the downside. So assured you will be between 7 and 12. So these are some of the strategies what you can do after scoring 90 marks. Okay, now this will be important from the examination point of view, and this will give you clarity also about where to choose, and once chosen, why certain options gain value, whereas certain options on that day do not have value. Now, this is a first one, call option, and USD INR 75, and today market is at 75. So does that option carry any specific value? If you are holding that option, are you neutral to the neutral? Either you exercise the option or you go and do it in the market, you get 75. So this is called at the money option. When the strike price and the spot price are the same for a call option as well as a put option, it is called at the money. Okay. Now, call option, you have chosen the strike price at 75. Market today spot is at 76. Are you happy or not?
I am not happy.
Now you try to link that graph which I showed you, the profile. It starts building up. Once it moves 75, below, above that, market goes to 80, 81. You get the right to get the dollar at 75. Call option, you are long call. So call option is in the money, no? As market price starts building above the strike price, this call option is in the money. 1 rupee is what is in the money. Okay, and in a call option, with strike price 75, if spot starts going down, the option loses value, so it is out of the money. Only in the money options will be exercised, and out of the money options will be expiring. So that is another concept you can say. So what is an at the money option? What is an in the money option? What is an out of the money option? Questions can come. I will also post questions from tomorrow on the WhatsApp group. Then there will be more clarity. So just the opposite for put option, strike price is 75, market is also 75 ATM, and strike price is 75, market is 76. So you get the right to sell, what is it? No, under the option, yeah, the right is to sell at 75, whereas market is going at 76. So it is out of the money, and just the opposite of call, market is at 75 and strike price is 75, market is at 74. So the option has got value of 1 rupee. So in the money option. So this is just a figurative or tabular description of at the money and in the money option. Just by common sense, you'll be able to look at the value of an. Now,
what is the put option, sir?
Put option means right to sell. Right to sell. So you give an example, right to sell currency. You can say right to sell Infosys stock. So put option on Infosys. Right, a put option on interest rate, say 12%. So put interest rate put option. Can be anything. Okay. Now, this is more elaborate.
Sir, in the money, out of money, this is in the customer's point of view or bank's point of view?
Beautiful question. It is universal. It is, there is no specific customer or bank and all. For a put option with this value, then spot is this one, whether that option has got value or not. That's all. So that is a good question, universal. Now, the amount, as we look at intrinsic value, there will be more clarity. That is why I am covering it here. Actually, it is not very much elaborately covered in your syllabus, but more in your elective paper only. But an understanding will give you more clarity on this in the money concept. So an amount by which an option is in the money must be a positive number. Correct. Otherwise, if it is expiring, if you are expiring, let it expire means it is out of the money. So then you don't look at how much, it doesn't have any value. So only a positive number is given as the intrinsic value. So the intrinsic value of a call is spot price minus strike price. when market spot is higher than the strike price only, you will exercise. No, strike price is 74 and market is at 75. So what happens? Sorry, call money. Spot is 75, strike price is, let me see. Sorry. Intrinsic value of a put, yeah, right to sell. So strike price minus spot, yeah, market is going at 75. The strike price you have chosen as 78. So you get 3 rupees profit in the put option. Similarly, the other side, the market is going at 75 and you have chosen the strike price at 70. So what happens? Strike, you let it expire. So have I gone wrong? Spot minus strike and strike minus spot. No. Strike price is put option. Strike price minus spot is the intrinsic value. Yes. And spot minus strike is the intrinsic value for a call. Anyway, I'll come back to you after the break if there is any doubt. I'm coming it here. Now, call option, see, just look at strike price 75, spot price is 77. So what happens when the spot is moving up? You get a 2 rupee value in the option. So spot minus strike, spot is 77, strike is 75, 2 rupees value. And put option, strike is 75, spot is 70. So 75 minus 75. So negative values are not intrinsic values. They are simply ignored. Okay. So this is the intrinsic value concept about a option. Now,
so if for call again, if it is like spot is 75, strike is 75 and spot is 70, then for call if it is,
then no value. It is out of the money. No, out of the money contracts and at the money contracts have no intrinsic value. Good question. That's what is answered here. No intrinsic. So intrinsic value is there only for in the money contract.
It is positive. It should be positive.
Yes, it should be positive. Beautiful. So you understood. Yeah.
So only positive, sir. Positive are exercised and negative are expired. Am I right, sir?
Beautiful. Yes, you are right. Yes.
Please redefine the strike price, sir.
Strike price is the price at which you want that option to be exercised. That is your domain. You can choose. The customer who buys or sells the option, he can choose the strike price. Not sells, actually, buyer only. Or once the buyer who buys an option, he can choose the strike. So depending on your view, whether you want to look at today market is 80 to 35 paise USD INR. December bill is coming. Whether market will go to 85, market will go to 90, or market will come down to 80. What is your view? If you choose 80, you will pay very little premium. If you choose 85, you will pay some premium. If you choose 90, you will pay more premium. Now, does it make sense? That is it. So it is a choice of the customer who is buying the option at what strike price you want it. Okay. Good question.
But the strike price does not have any.
Complete the question. Sir? Strike price does not have
strike
any.
Price does not have any importance. Like when market price, we are giving importance to market price only. That is the spot price. But we are continuously speaking about strike price. Strike
price has importance on the view of the customer. View of the customer about
when prices comes down. Like when it is a
that is on the expiry date, the strike price has got a relevance as to whether the option is in the money or out of the money. Now, does it make sense? That is it. Beautiful. Because you wanted to enjoy both the worlds, benefit of both the worlds. So you chose the strike price. So if you exercise it, you are in the money. If you do not exercise it, you are out of the money. That's all. And you end up paying only the premium for that. That is why your payout profile is only that straight line below the x-axis is the premium that you pay. If you relate it that way, it is easy to understand. Good question. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
it means the strike price is the price at which customer wants to sell at on that particular date.
they exactly sell or buy, depending on whether it is a call option or a put option. If it is to sell, it is a put option. If it is to buy, it's a call option. Strike price, the customer chooses. Beginning itself, at the time of entering into the option itself, he chooses the strike price. Good question. Now, a small comparison we will try so that there is more clarity. In forwards, no customer pays any cost, and the bank also does not charge any, except for the transaction charge or customer margin, whatever it comes in the examination, that is in your A module. But there is no cost for a forward contract. Whereas in options, every customer who buys an option or sells an option, buys an option, whether it is a call option or a put option, he pays a premium because the option writer runs the risk, as somebody asked. Forward price is market determined. So whether Bank of Baroda gives, SBI gives, Canara Bank gives, Karur Vysya gives, it is 82.50 for December in October. Whereas here strike price, you want 80, 82, 85, 90, customers' choice. Then exchange rate is locked, no further gain or loss. Come what may, for $1, we will give you 82.50 in December. And we have committed as a bank to sell it at 82.51. We are also not running a position. Here, retain the upside while downside is 82.50 I have chosen. So as option strike price, I will not lose anything below 82.50. But if market goes to 90, I will get 90. That is why that upside is unlimited. Downside is only the 4 rupee premium you pay. Okay. Customer has say on timing only. Already I have covered this. Premium can be recovered by surrendering the upside. That is what I told about the complex structures of collars and corridors, where you partly recover the premium by selling an option in the opposite direction. So that is just to give the clarity only, don't by heart it, that a customer who pays a premium for buying an option can partly recover that by writing an option and selling it also. On the other side, that I have already explained. So just understand, that's all. Don't go into the numbers too much. Now, this is important. Yes.
Sir, when customer is having always a right either to buy or a sell as per the strike price fixed, so
Correct.
bank is getting only margin in the form of premium.
Yes,
that's
beautiful.
it.
Correct. So now don't worry about the P&L. As in this job, bank gets only the premium. You are correct. Beyond that, there is another great world waiting for you. Score 90 marks and get into the dealing room. Then I will give you all direct what is the trading or hedging inputs. Relax.
Okay.
That is a world that is waiting for you. Okay. Now, this is important because USD terminologies. All strike 75, expiry 27th January 2022. So strike price is 75. It doesn't say today's spot what it is. Leave it. And whether it is in the money, out of the money, with this line you don't know. Because unless you know the spot price, you cannot say it is in the money or out of the money. So strike 75, expiry 27th January. Now, there are two kinds of options in the market, an American option and a European option. Don't by heart. American option exercisable any day up to 27th January. Today, we are in October, assuming this 23 October. So you can exercise it in any day in October, any day in November, any day in December, and up to 27th January, any day, then it is an American option. Any day, AA. Okay, this is how I remember. Now, generally in India, we sell only European options where fixed maturity date is there, and only on that day the option can be exercised. So on end date, on 27th January 2022 only, the option can be exercised. It is called European option. So E and A, be very clear. On any day means American, on end date means European. And option writer does delta hedging. Somebody asked just now, premium is only my income. Beyond premium, what we will be doing is delta hedging. That is a different science altogether, so we will not go into that now. Now, 1 second. Where are we? 10:55. Okay. Now we will go into futures and swaps shortly. So I'll just put these words of wisdom. This is by Alan Greenspan. He was the earlier Fed Reserve chairman for long, 82 years or so. Till that age, he was the chairman. Then came Ben Bernanke and now Jerome Powell. So like that, like our Raghuram Rajan and then that Urjit Patel and then this Shaktikanta Das. So like that, you should know who is the Fed Reserve. So he was one of the long-reigning Fed Reserve governors, Alan Greenspan. He has said the array of derivative products that has been developed in recent years, that means your futures, swaps, options, has enhanced economic efficiency. So customer knows, come what may, I will not lose anything below 80 to 50. I will get $1, 80 to 50 or more if I buy an option. The economic function of these products is to allow risks that have been formerly combined to be unbundled and transferred to those most willing to assume and manage each risk component. That we will be analyzing in detail. Then I will tell you about how the risk is unbundled and transferred. That we will cover. Now, the same product, weapons of mass destruction. Warren Buffett has said financial weapons, same product, derivatives. So two people known in the market, what their perception about the same product, a divergent perceptions. I thought I'll flag it here so that you can mull it over tea and then be reassembled at 11:30. Thank you.
Sir, can you please show slide 137 again?
137. This one?
No, sorry, that put call option, first slide, which is 130. Yes. That.
This one or? Because numbers would have changed because I have rearranged them.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Achha, this one, sorry. Okay. So let us reassemble.
Please explain the embedded price, sir.
Embedded means that terminology only you should understand. Where is it embedded? That is my question I am asking you. You know now what is an option. Why embedded technology? There is a printed circuit board behind where under your washing machine or ironing machine, which reacts to certain you are pressing of a button and then a music plays or a temperature or a water flow starts flowing. So it is embedded. Similar to embedded technology, you have embedded options, and this embedding your bank has done that, given that option to the customer, you have embedded that option in the account opening form as a clause that during the life of the fixed deposit, when the customer wants, he can surrender it to the bank and pay a premium for that of 1% less of interest of what has been the interest rate applicable for the run period. That is the interest premium. They are not expressing it in number, give 2 rupees premium. No, as a percentage of the interest rate that applicable to the customer. That is why we call a premature closure of a fixed deposit as an embedded option risk when the customer exercises an option that your bank has inbuilt or embedded in the account opening form. Clear? Clear or not? Okay. So let us reassemble at 11:30. Thank you.